Here.
Okay. Amanda Reed. Amanda Smith.
Here.
Sorry about that. It's thinking of my niece. Amanda Smith. Patty K. Miss Lance. Not present. Wenda Luff. Wenda Luff. Not present. Okay. We have 3 conservation commissioners here tonight, so we will hold a public hearing starting at 7 o'clock. Starting with building and Board of Health permits. I have a list of permits here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will go through them in order as if you are the applicant, will present what you want to, what your project is and what you want to do. And we'll go from there, try to keep everything on point and direct. First item for building permits, number 2, Trout Lily Lane for a pool. Is there anybody on the, here for Trout Lily?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead. Who's talking?
This is Tim Burke. I'm the homeowner.
Murphy?
Tim Burke, B-U-R-K.
Tim Burke, Ed.
Sure, okay. Go ahead, tell us your project.
Yeah, so we're putting in an in-ground pool. It's a 41 by 22 foot mountain pond. It's going to be, we do have riverfront area on the property, but the entire construction is going to be outside of the riverfront. I did submit along with the application, I sent it to Kathy yesterday, a landscape sketch from our landscape designer that's got the riverfront area denoted on it and the pool layout, currently showing about a 4-foot concrete patio surround. But as you can see, it's all intended to be outside of the riverfront area. We did have Cold Spring Environmental come out and do an updated wetlands flagging, and then we had Eaton Associates come out and do the plot, and then also stake out the riverfront area on our property.
Okay, thank you. Any commissioners? I'll start with the commissioners first. Bill?
Yeah, Tim, is this the same information that you had sent me a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so. I think we just had the pool application permit go in, or permit application go in, and it was just a hand drawing that the pool company did. We also
That's right.
sent along the landscape.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I think my understanding previous was that it was an above ground pool. So now it's an in-ground pool. So let me,
No, that's us at 4 Trout Lily. This is a different one.
The neighbors around too. They have an above ground going in.
oh, okay, this is a totally different project then. Okay, so, because I reviewed one of them. One I reviewed must have been number 4 Trout Lily then.
Yes, the one you reviewed is 4 Trout Lily. These are our neighbors at 2.
Okay. All right, well, I'll have to look. Do you have any documentation? Could you send me any engineering sketches or any plot plans?
Yeah, Kathy just confirmed for me that she sent it out. I sent it to her yesterday. I don't know if I can share my screen here. I don't believe I can.
Yeah, I don't think we're set up for that. Because I've
What's
got
a good email? Send it
a
to?
PDF package from Burke to Trout Lily, and it simply has, it's got the building permit app, and it's got some,
Something up there, I think.
it's got some teddy bear pool information, insurance certificate, but I don't see any site sketch.
Yeah, again, Bill, I don't see it. This is Chaplin. I don't see any sketches from.
Because the folks at number 4 Trout Lily submitted a nice a sketch based on their original wetland delineation. I don't see such for this one.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I have.
Amanda Smith,
Yep.
do you have questions, comments?
No, not at the moment.
So, this is speaking,
What I said along.
yeah, that's what I have here. Is that, who generated that plan?
This is from Lawn Jockey. The actual plan, the CAD drawing is done by Eaton Associates, and I shared that with Lawn Jockey. They put the pool measurement on there.
Okay.
So at the bottom of the screen there, you can see the riverfront area. And then the side property line is the green line. That's our current patio and house.
Kind of cut off here. So you're saying that according to the surveyor, the wetland specialist, Mr. Burke, that all the activities outside the 200-foot riverfront area?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm seeing here is a printout from Kathy, shows basically what he just showed. It's cutting off the notation about the 200-foot riverfront area. If that line is depicted, the riverfront area, activities outside that riverfront area. Is the pool being on existing grass? Is there?
Yes. Yeah, there's a little bit of brush that I cut back, mostly just raspberry bushes, blackberry bushes that I cut back to where the stakes are.
So I guess I don't have a problem. If anybody else has an issue with that, let me know. I think if he's on grass, he's outside the 200-foot resource area with the pool, the physical improvement of the structure. There's really
Ed,
no.
could you take a snapshot of that image and send it to us, please?
See that? I don't know how to do that at this point. I'd probably lose.
Okay.
Can you zoom in? I apologize if it's, I'll try to point out.
I'm happy to send it again. Just give me an email address. I could send it over.
Okay, yeah, Tim, just send it to my personal email. It's N as in Nancy, the number 1, C as in Charlie, Q as in Quebec at Comcast.net. Send that right over. I'll look at it.
So let me just confirm N1CQ
Yes,
at
Comcast.
.net.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get that right over to you.
Yeah, because, yeah, it's not good policy to take action unless we have some substantial information.
We'll turn some lights on in here.
Okay, should be on its way now.
Okay, thank you.
And then if it helps, I have the Eaton Associates PDF that I can send as well.
Okay, well, that'd be great. That'd be great. Thank you. Okay, I got the first one, Tim. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's take a look. Okay, so Tim, the blue dashed projection off the rear of your house, that's gonna be your pool?
The blue projection.
Yeah, it says number 2, and then there's the 200-foot offset line. And then there's a little projection off the back of the house. That doesn't look like it's big enough for the pool.
No. So you're looking at the thing from Randy Iser, I imagine?
Yes, yes.
Yep, no, that just shows, that blue is our current deck.
Okay,
Yeah, so he didn't put our patio on here, and he didn't put the proposed pool on there. That's on the second email. I think I forwarded that just from my email address, but it was from the landscape designer. It's got a much
okay.
more up close
let me-
picture.
Yeah, let me
Actual
look
deck.
at the other one then. Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing then. It's a kind of a kidney-shaped pool. Was it a
Right.
gunite pool you're putting in?
It's a vinyl liner.
Okay. All right, and you got your setback and you're right off the 200-foot riverfront line. Okay, that's fair. Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm satisfied.
Hand up?
I have no additional questions. I'm satisfied.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve a building permit for a in-ground pool located at 2 Trout Lily as presented with plans emailed to Bill.
I second.
In favor? Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
I want to initial everybody's initials here on the conservation side, if that's okay.
That's good. Yeah, you can sign my name, Ed.
I'll initial your name rather. It's just,
Okay.
Hey, there you are.
all right, you're all set, Mr. Burke.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Kathy for tomorrow. Item number 2, 145 Amherst Street, pool permit. Is there anybody here for 145 Amherst Street?
Yes, sir. I am. First name Charles, last name Roberts.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
This is 145 Amherst. So go ahead and make your presentation and tell us what you're trying to get done there.
Well, I've gone through Teddy Bear Pools, purchased an above ground pool to be installed by them. They had stated that I had to pull the pool permit, and then with speaking with Craig at the, for building permits and stuff, you'd stated to contact you guys today through the through this virtual phone call regarding the Conservancy Board. So here I am. It's actually a pool structure that was pre-existing when I purchased the house and had lost the pool last September. So I am basically replacing what was there. It's a 20-foot above ground pool.
Bill, can you see that on the Google Earth or GIS?
Well, actually, I'm looking at the sketch, the teddy bear sketch. So, so Mr. Roberts, it's looking at your house from the street. It's to the left of your house.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah. Let me Google it. Hold on one second.
Sure.
I am looking at it and I'm actually familiar with the property. So there are no wetlands or anything around it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm looking at it with Oliver as well. And if it's still in the same footprint, I don't see any issues.
Very good.
Yeah, it's going in the same spot. Yes.
Very good.
Bill, you have any questions or comments?
No, I think we can sign off on this.
That's a motion to approve. Bill made a motion to approve. I'll second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Your permit will be, with Kathy tomorrow. Kathy. Give us a call before you get on there. All right, Mr. Roberts?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the call was just a little, your voice was just a little muffled. You said you were going to leave the building permit with Kathy?
That's correct.
Okay,
You're all set.
great. And just to double check with you guys, is that something that Craig is mailing out to me? That's what he had stated, but is Kathy is she in the tax part of the office, or is this something that I have to pick up for the permit?
I'd recommend go to 10 West State Street, see Gregory Briggs. He's a building inspector. And I think you'd have to call ahead so he can meet you at the door.
Okay, very good. I will reach out to Craig tomorrow, and I appreciate it. We're all set. That's great. Thank you very much for approving me.
Okay, good luck.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, and you have a good night. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. Item number 3, 48 Lyman Street, build an addition for a building addition. Looks like the applicant is,
Chartier.
no, I can't find Bill.
It says Chartier.
Bill Manwich?
That's it, yes. Is Bill there on the phone?
Yes.
Does anybody here
I'm
represent
here as well.
48?
Bill's here and Don
Okay.
Chartier, the contractor.
All right, who is speaking right now?
Don Chartier from Chartier's General Carpentry.
Okay, Don. All right, I'll let you go ahead and present.
So Bill and his wife had hired me to build a 31 by 24 two-car garage on the side of their house. It's going to have a single door, and then above that, we're going to put a master bedroom, no bathroom, just a master bedroom with two walk-in closets, and downstairs we're going to take the mud room that's there, and we're going to extend that into the new part of the garage, where it'll be a mud room going into the garage. We are also extending the existing house, the side of the house, which has a living room on the first floor and a baby's room on the second, and we're going to bring that over 11 feet into the new room, into the new addition part that we're doing. So what we're doing is just making those two rooms, the living room and the baby's room, larger. The access into the second floor will be coming from the second floor of the house. There is a bathroom with a large closet, which we're taking the closet out and we're putting in a walk-through in that location into the new master bedroom.
Sure. Okay, so,
I had given Greg the plans.
okay.
Go ahead.
Bill or Amanda, can you do this on GIS, please?
Yes, I am looking at it right now.
Any wetlands at 48 Lyman Street that are in close proximity or on the property?
No, everything appears to be pretty far away, and nothing on the property at all.
Okay. That's good. Bill,
Yeah.
can you view that all? You have any questions, Bill?
Yeah, hold on, Ed, 1 second.
Sure, holding.
It appears to be 350 feet from any resource area. So I think it's well outside of everything.
Okay. Any questions, Bill?
I just want to know where this is. Let's see here.
It's on the left side of the house.
Yeah. Okay, so you're behind Dickinson's Dickinson Farms then.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I see where you are. Okay. And I see to the east, Ingraham Brook is to the east. And that's, as Amanda was saying, that's several hundred feet away, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, I see. So 48. How do you get it? How do you get access to your property?
They have a dirt road or a long dirt driveway that comes off of Lyman Street.
Okay, so it's an estate lot. Yeah, the way it's depicted on Mass GIS, it looks like it's a landlocked parcel.
It's on the side of
I-
46.
That's right. Yeah, it's to the rear of 46. So you have an easement through 46 to get to 48?
Correct.
Okay, I got you then. Okay.
So I make a motion to approve the building permit for new construction of a 31 by 24 two-car garage and a small addition off the rear of the house as presented by Mr. Chartier.
Okay, just one more question. So on your square shaped lot, where's the proposed building going to be located?
Going to be on the left side of the existing house. If you're looking at the house from the front, we're going to
Yeah.
put it on the left side of the house.
Okay, I got you. Okay, very good. I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All set, Mr. Chartier. We'll leave this with the folder of Kathy and somehow either call her or the building inspector to make arrangements to pick it up.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank
welcome.
you.
Have a good evening.
Thanks, you too. Item number 4, 53 Corner Street pool permit. Is there someone here representing the owner or the owner for 53 Porter Street?
Ed,
Is there, go ahead. Is there anybody here by Mercier on the line?
I think this is Giuliano Pools. I had talked to someone from
believe it.
Giuliano Pools earlier this week. And I looked at
Okay.
the property using remote imagery. They did file for an NOI for the home construction. The pool's going to be to the rear of the house, and it's going to be on the order of 30 to 40 feet from the wetland. And I suggest that we take a look at this property.
Okay, so you're going to make a motion that we do a site inspection?
Yeah. I think that was the thought based on what I had seen on the aerial photographs.
So should we have the owner or the pool company stake out the position of the pool?
Yes.
All right, so let's do that. We'll have Kathy contact them to make arrangements for us to walk on the property to also have it staked out. So somehow we'll get a hold of these Catherine Mercier or the pool company to see if we can walk onto the property, get permission.
If you look at
Okay.
Mass GIS, and I think Amanda already looked at it, look at 53 Porter on Mass GIS. There's a significant amount of wetland depicted on the overlay.
Yes, I am.
Sure,
looking at
I
it.
have it here. They did send us this copy of Porter Street and it shows it on the wetlands. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
can see that.
Giuliano seemed to indicate that they'd be delayed somewhat on this project.
But not a problem. So we'll make arrangements somehow to get over there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the building permits. I heard someone in the audience request something about Trout Lily. Is there someone there? Is there anybody else for a building permit online? On
Yep.
the telephone? Go ahead, your name, please.
Kim Ludkevich from 4 Trout Lily Lane.
Kim,
Yep,
what's your last name?
Ludkevich, Ludkiewiczz,
Okay, and what's your address, please?
4 Trout Lily Lane.
Or Trout Lily, thank you. Is this above ground or below ground?
It's a 24-foot above ground pool.
Thank you. So go ahead, describe your project and what you're trying to do, please.
So we already submitted everything to William. We're putting a 24-foot above ground pool in our backyard. It's gonna fit right in there. Nothing has to be cleared.
Sure. Is it going on existing grass?
Yes.
Okay. Bill, did you want to take a look at it?
Yeah, I already looked at it. I looked at this one in depth. I looked at this one in depth last week. That's why I was somewhat confused with the neighboring project. And this one is fine. Again, I think Heather Comey had done the wetland delineation about 5 or 6 years ago. The commission actually visited this site 5 or 6 years ago, and they're out of the riverfront, so they're good in my book.
Okay. So they're on existing grass. I do not have a permit here for you, Kim. There's nothing here in the paperwork, so somehow we'll either have to convey that message to the building inspector. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we
let's take a vote. Do you guys want to?
We already
Go ahead,
submitted
Kim.
the building permit to him and paid for it and everything.
All right, so there's a part on that building permit that the conservation just signs off or initials that there's no wetland issues as presented.
Okay.
So we don't have that permit in front of us. So I'm gonna make a motion to approve a building permit for a 24 above ground pool located at 4 Trout Lily Lane. Second? Bill?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay, so I guess somehow the building inspector, we need to get that over to them and get it approved or get the signatures on there, or if they'll just take a verbal. So you're all set, Kim, at this point.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other building permits out there?
I do. I have a question about a septic system.
Sure. Your name, please?
My name is Vera Yushkov, I-U-S-H-K-O-V.
I-S-H.
I-U-S-H-K-O-V.
Okay. Your location?
155 Burnett Street.
This is for septic. Go ahead, we'll try to answer your question if we can.
Okay, so back in February or even before then, before we bought the property, we had Alan Weiss go out there and assess everything. We have a conditional Title V, and we got the application for disposal system and the construction permit, everything. All we need is a replacement for the D-box and then a re-inspection. After 60 days, we move into the house. So what I'm wondering is it okay if we start the construction? Is it okay if we call Alan over for him to start everything to do the D-box replacement, or do we have to submit some kind of other paperwork?
Good question. Does anybody, any of the commissioners have an answer for that? I don't have one right at this moment.
I'm somewhat familiar with those properties. That's near West Street,
Yeah,
and Kitchewan Swamp is behind the house. Now your home is very close to the street.
correct.
Okay, yeah, actually, I think we did a site visit there for one reason or another about 8 or 10 years ago. It's quite steep behind your home, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. And with respect to the house, and maybe Al can answer this. Hi, Al. Where's the existing leach field? Where's the existing D-box?
So I walked into this sort of as a seventh inning player. I didn't do the Title V, but I was asked to do a plan for a new D-box, which I did. And I don't see certainly anything within 50 feet, but I really didn't get out and measure beyond that. It is an existing system. It's existing work. I don't see any real issues. It's not as if I can speak to a delineation.
Okay, so it's a cottage cheese style D-box they're replacing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And again, are they gonna, what kind of machinery are they gonna bring in there?
Most of the time, it's either manual labor or a mini excavator, and it's
Yeah,
in and out,
okay.
in a matter of hours.
Okay, yeah. Hold on one second here. My opinion is just have them encircle it with wattles or straw bales and just take adequate precaution. Again, I don't think any formal permits required for this. That's my opinion.
I would kind of tend to agree with that, but Amanda?
I got to step away for a moment.
Sure. Amanda?
I have no additional questions or concerns.
Yeah, so I guess, Vera, to go ahead, I guess, and replace it, like Bill said, just secure the area with some kind of erosion control barrier so that till the grass gets settled in, you don't have any erosion going downhill.
Okay,
So that's the short answer, I guess.
okay, all righty. Alan, I'll be contacting you pretty soon.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Are there any other building permits out there? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to go on to the public hearings. I've got to wait till Bill comes back at the screen.
The NOI that I submitted has to do with a building permit, just FYI.
Which one is that, Al?
310 Taylor.
Oh, okay, yes, that's correct. I see that here.
So, I mean, I'm obviously here. I'll hang in and we can talk about that when Bill returns.
Yep,
Bill's aware.
Your second, no, you see.
Yeah, I don't know where I am officially. Catherine Leonard told me 7:30.
Yeah, you're number 3. We got 2 items before you, and then you're number 3.
Got it.
Hi, Ed.
Hello, hi, who is this?
Hi there. This is Carissa Bro, 78 Chicopee Street. I don't know if this would
Hi,
be.
Carissa, how are you?
Hi there. Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
We are, so I don't know if it's in the building permit category. We are looking to get the order of conditions signed off on. We got the verbal over an email through our conservation consultant months ago. And we just didn't know if this, but what's that? I'm sorry.
What's the address? Was it Gold Hill?
Nope, 78 Chicopee Street.
78 Chicopee Street. Okay, is that the new construction?
Yes, Alan Katowitz.
When was? Okay. Well, you have not received your order of conditions?
Not signed, no. Via email, we received two of the commissioners' approval, but we don't have the actual signed paperwork.
All right. We'll see if we can remedy that sometime soon. So you're not on the agenda, but let's take this really quick out of order. So Bill, 78 Chicopee Street, that is up just south of 202.
I think that's the one. Did
believe
Don
it's the-
Frederick do your permitting for you, ma'am?
Yes,
Yeah, that was the one. There was a riverfront issue, Ed, and Donnie Frederick handled it and we approved it.
you did.
Right.
That
Does not
was
have
several months
an
ago.
order- But she's missing the order of conditions with signatures.
Yep.
We're gonna have to print out an order. of
Well,
conditions with
see, the
signatures.
problem is with COVID, it's
Right.
really difficult to get signatures. As far as I'm concerned, I attest to my signature. I don't know why we physically have to sign it.
Have you recorded anything at the registry, Carissa?
Don did,
with
yes.
the order of conditions? So if Don has the order of conditions recorded, then you should be all set from us.
That's right, that's
What is
right.
missing?
You know what? So maybe I spoke too soon. I didn't contact Don before I came to this meeting. I spoke to Kathy and she said I could just sneak in the meeting because she already submitted the formal request or who's going to attend. So I can certainly reach out to Don tomorrow. I do,
Yeah, actually,
like I said,
Dawn, Carissa, Dawn's on the air right now. Dawn, open your mic, please. Dawn's on the system right now. Hello, Dawn.
Yes.
Hi. Dawn, regarding 78
I'm here.
Chicopee Street, the Brialt family, did you file their order of conditions with the registry?
I don't believe we did because I think it had to be, we were waiting for it to be signed. I didn't know if they would actually accept it at the registry if it's not signed.
Okay.
Let's work on that. Let's see if we can get that signed off. I'll have Kathy print some up and then, in our journeys, I'll try to get over and sign my, and if Bill.
I was going to send a digital
We'll
signature.
get it. We can try to do that too.
okay. So would you like
Let's,
me to call you tomorrow and give her my email address?
Contact her, give her your email address. Obviously, you've already constructed the building. It's
Correct.
It's fine, but the order of conditions need to get recorded somehow.
Correct.
Let's, so contact Kathy, have her print them out, and we'll see who's at the meetings and we can sign off on it.
Okay. I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Back to public hearings and appointments. Request for certificate of compliance number 6 Phillips Circle. I have a request for certificate of compliance, Robert J. Spencer, regarding a project at 6 Phillips Circle for, constructed by Hallahan Custom Builders, Inc., 1989. I've got the application. I have also got the filing fee from that for $200. Got the original order of conditions. And it goes back to a DEQE file number. So that's pretty old.
Ed, could you read the special conditions on that? I think it simply said erosion control measures shall be maintained in place during construction, but could you check that, please?
General conditions are the typicals, and we go through special conditions. 12A, the Granby Conservation Commission, its employees and its agents shall have a right of entry to inspect for compliance with the terms of this order of conditions. Item 12B, proceed per plan, taking care to minimize erosion. Erosion specifications are attached and will be complied with. That's it. 2
Okay.
items.
Okay. Oh, here it is. I got it right here. Now, Ed, was that order of conditions, the blanket order of conditions for the entire subdivision?
I don't know. It's a good question. Let me see what lot it was addressed to.
Yeah, 165-85. Boy, that's an old one.
That's a good question because it refers to AES plan, Associated Environmental Scientists, Inc.
That's right.
2
So
drawings.
yeah, that might actually be a lot specific plan rather than the generic plan for the road.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you,
Yeah,
but
okay.
in any case, we could either just release the order of conditions or grant the certificate of compliance based upon a just that one particular lot. You don't have to, if you're questioning the rest of the subdivision, you don't have to. I've got a couple plans here. Let me just take a quick look at them.
Yeah, take a quick, and I'll Amanda and I can look at the Mass GIS as well.
Yeah, that DEQE or DEP number is probably for the entire project.
At the top of the order of conditions, it does say lot 21,
Okay.
It does.
if that
There you
makes
go.
you feel
Thank-
more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Perfect. It's handwritten in.
Yeah.
Has anybody had a chance to go look at this?
Actually, I drive down that street probably once a week. I know it's on the right. I think when you take a right off of Jennifer, it's the first house on the right, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the second.
Second house? Okay,
Yeah. I'm looking at it on Oliver.
yeah. Okay, I got it now.
It's pretty well established, the lawn.
Yeah, the houses are set back and the lawns are nice in the front. And unless there's something going on, out back, it's not obvious from the street. Okay, oh, I see it. Okay, there is a little waterway in the back, in the rear of the house.
Do
And
we have
let's
any
take a
erosion?
look at let's look at the ortho photo. And I'll get rid of the structures. And I'll zoom in. Okay, there's a pool behind the house. Do you see that, Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't see any issues there.
So you want to issue a certificate of compliance for number 6 Phillips Circle?
I'm inclined to, unless you want to do if you want me to do a walk around.
I mean, if it's been there since probably 1990 at least, and grass probably was established in 91, I'm guessing it should be all set.
Yeah, I think that parcel's fine. If there were other parcels in that subdivision, I'd have a question, but that parcel, I believe, is fine.
It was between Jennifer and Philip, that row of houses in there is generally, that's the more critical area.
Well, yeah, the number 7 in particular, but number 6 is fine.
So we want to make a motion, I guess. I don't have the forms in front of me for the, which one are we going to check off, or just for certificate of compliance? Do you guys want to actually fill this application, fill it out tonight? Or you just want to make a
That would
motion
be
to approve?
a Form 8B. Amanda, would you be able to maybe fill that out, please?
I could try. I was also trying to take the minutes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
let me try. Let me see if I can do it.
Do
It's
this.
going to take a few minutes here. Stand by.
Make a motion to approve, and then if you want the next one, we'll fill these, we'll have to fill these out later.
Yeah, we're going to have to do these later. It's going to just take up too much time.
We got other things to move on. So I make a motion to approve the certificate of compliance for number 6 Trout Lily. 6 Phillips Circle. Boy, am I.
Long day.
Let me redo that. Yeah, it's been a long, hot day. Let me rephrase that. I make a motion to approve the certificate of compliance, 6 Phillips Circle, for a Robert J. Spencer et al.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So we'll fill that out later, your WPA Form 8B. Moving on. Item number 2, continued notice of intent filed by Nathan Booton for proposed driveway culvert with regards to property located on Center Street and known as map 8A10 in the town of Granby.
This is Don Frederick. Go ahead, Don.
Sure, thank you, everyone. This is a notice of intent filed on behalf of Nathan Booton for a proposed single-family house, barn and storage off of Center Street in Granby, which is map 8, block A, parcel 10. Parcel is about 2,600 feet southwest of State Street. It includes a proposed driveway access at the front of the lot with a 30-foot, 24-inch HDPE culvert at the roadside drainage channel to provide access for trailer and farm equipment into the property. I don't know if I can share a plan. Would that be helpful if I was able to put a plan on the screen, or?
Don, I think I sent the info you sent me. I sent it to everybody this afternoon, so we should all have it in our email.
Okay, so if you do have that plan, then the driveway is about in the center of the lot, goes down and turns left between 2 proposed barns, then continues on to the proposed house site. We are not proposing any disturbance to the Muddy Brook banks. We are proposing a 381 square foot wetland fill at the driveway location. There is about almost 10,000 square feet of disturbance within the buffer zone. There's no impact on land subject to flooding, and we are outside the rivers area, but as we'll see if we get into DEP's comments, that they don't necessarily agree with the river delineation. They actually think the river is further away from what we have. So I guess we're on the conservative side because we are staying outside the river. And the actual marking of it could be further to the east from what we have on the plan. And the area is not within the priority habitat for the rare species. There was some questions raised by DEP prior to issuing a file number, so we did submit some additional information on August 4th, which included an alternatives analysis for the wetland replication. And basically, due to the trailers leaving the site and the location of, excuse me, of the existing access drive to the site, which is on the northerly side of Center Street, westerly side of the property. It's very difficult to be able to make the turns with the trailers. In addition, there's some trees located on private property to the west of the site, which reduces sight distance. So we felt the best alternative was a new driveway access at the location that we saw. We did submit some additional information prepared by Kevin Brooks, which was in the form of a letter explaining his delineation of the site. And I guess there's been some discussion about the roadside ditch, whether it's intermittent stream or not. It appears to me, and Mr. Booton has stated that his neighbors had told him that this was a ditch that was dug by the Granby Highway Department some years ago. And I think it acts as a roadside ditch. Don't think it's necessarily an intermittent stream. We did have pictures, several pictures in the packages that we sent. I don't know if those were shared or not with everyone. And the last one was we did submit a copy of the actual USGS map, which is the hard copy of the map that the wetland regulations refer to as far as determination of a rivers area. So all that being said, our disturbance includes the buffer zone and what we think is a wetland instead of a intermittent stream at the front of the site. And I think if you don't have questions, and I think if we went through DEP's comments, that may help with understanding of what their concerns were at that time.
Okay. Are you all set, Don? Mr. Frederick?
Yeah, you were just freezing up a little bit. I didn't hear what you said.
All right. you all set so far with the presentation? You're all set?
Yes,
Can you hear me, Don? Okay.
I can.
I'm
Yep.
sorry if it keeps breaking up.
Yep.
Last time we tabled this or continued it last time rather because the DEP number wasn't available. At the time, there was two ladies that came in from direct abutters, I believe, or close proximity. I'm not sure if they're out there. They didn't have the capability of using telephone, I guess, or I'm not sure. Are they out there? Is anybody out here for a direct abutter? Okay. All right, we'll move on anyways. I just wanted to see if anybody's out there for this project. So I'm gonna open it up to the commissioners to talk about, or let me actually, what we do is, Don, you had suggested about the DEP letter, their comments. Did you want me to read these in?
Sure, because I did talk a little bit with Mark Stinson today, so if you wanted to go through those, I'd be happy to give you a.
Sure. Any other commissioners? Did anybody receive this from DEP dated August 10th, 2020?
Yeah, let me just
So let me
chime
go through
in
this
there.
real quick. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, yeah, your signal's freezing up a bit, Ed. You might, I don't know if you can move your phone to a better location or how that's set up. Yeah, I've been communicating with Mark and Don via email regarding the project. A couple of really odd things. And Don, you probably figured this out too, is the latest USGS electronic digital map shows that portion of Muddy Brook to be perennial to the north of Center Street, yet the Springfield North Quad, which is a 2018 digital version, shows Muddy Brook to be intermittent below it. And that's a really odd situation. But I think you've addressed it. You've offset the work 200 feet off the brook. So regardless of whether or not it's intermittent or perennial, you meet the criterion for that.
Right, and the information that Mark sent with his file number, there's actually shows on some of the historical maps that there's an intermittent stream that continues up to the north, closer to our project, which is Mark.
Yeah, actually, he sent a map actually back to 1957. It had been a running brook at that time. Anyway, the bottom line is, my opinion is, a lot of information to digest. I'm going to recommend that the commission ask to continue this one till next month so we can digest it and do a thorough review on our own behalf.
Sure. Amanda, your thoughts?
I agree with that because I also haven't had a lot of time to review all the material yet.
I would agree with that also. Don, has the buildings been staked out or anything for conservation commissioners to inspect?
It has
Or at least-
not. No, but there is an access road there. And I think the area of the perk tests were staked out, but the house itself has not been staked out.
So the area, the crossing, is a crossing well delineated? I mean, is it marked or visual on the ground? Is that where he's coming in now?
No, he's actually coming in and turning and using the existing crossing, but the proposed crossing, it's between a couple wetland flags. So, and the
Okay.
wetland flag is still there.
I
When I
could see W2A, W3A, somewhere in that
Right.
vicinity.
That's correct.
So, okay. So before I continue the meeting, is there anybody else there in go to the internet meeting here?
Hey Ed, it's Nate Booten here. So I've been trying to follow along. I don't have the greatest of service here, but the driveway is very well marked out. The buildings are also marked out. The proposed barn, the
Okay.
proposed other barn. Most of the house is marked out. Some of the stakes have got knocked down in the process of clearing some underbrush and stuff. The storm also did take out a few of the leach field markings, I should say. But other than that, all that is marked out. I can throw some extra flags closer to the road between the W2A and the W3A flags for more so like where the driveway is I guess, attaching to the road, if you per se.
Does any commissioner wish that to happen? Would like Mr. Booton to delineate his crossing where he's coming in?
Mr. Booton, who's your wetland delineation specialist on this project?
I was using Kevin Brooks.
Yeah, maybe you might want to have Kevin do that. I think Wenda might have a comment on this too. Wenda, this is Center Street, and I think there was some work done a few months ago that we had discussed in meeting. So I'm going to have Wenda take the microphone in about a minute here. But Mr. Booton, I would strongly recommend you not do the flagging. You have Mr. Brooks do the flagging for you.
I meant as in like orange flags, as in like the proposed driveway, not the wetland flags.
Oh, okay.
Like just add a few extra flags for the driveway.
Okay. Well, the only other question I have is where was the existing path, if you will, that had been cut through several months ago with respect to this proposed roadway?
The original crossing was all the way to the left of the property along the butters where the tree line is.
Donnie, help me out. Is it near W1 or is it near W38?
W1.
Oh, it's near W1. Okay, so it's way up. Okay, I got you.
W1A and
Okay, so you were coming in there doing your work last
it actually
year.
shows it.
Okay, yeah, I can't, I'm having
Yeah.
trouble reading that. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over to Wenda. Go ahead, Wenda.
Well, I just entered the meeting. I've been trying for an hour trying to get in. So, I don't know. I know the field in my past experience is very wet. So I'm not sure what you talked about. That field near the fire pond we're talking, right?
Across
I
the
mean,
street from it.
Yes. So,
Yeah, so right now, Wenda, I don't know if you heard Bill, he would like to continue the meeting till our next, to give us time to digest some of this NOI, the plans and so on. So that's kind of, that's where we're kind of at now. But I just want to open it up to anybody out in the general public. If they have any questions or comments, concerns, they want to address the commission, and please say your name and address, please, if you're out there. Anybody? Okay, hearing nobody. Mr. Booton and Mr. Frederick, I guess the commission's asking for continuation to our next meeting. I'm sorry, I can't, where's our, oh, here it is. September 8th is our next meeting. Do we have permission to continue the meeting till that time? At 7:30?
Nate, is that okay with you?
That works for me.
Okay. So
Very good, gentlemen.
permission to walk on the property, I'm assuming, Mr. Booton? Nate?
Can you repeat that again? You broke up.
Do we have permission to enter the property, to walk the property for this project?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So Bill made a motion to continue the meeting to continue the Nelson and Tank meeting till our next meeting of September 8th. All in favor?
Okay.
aye.
All right. All right, so we'll continue that out. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Item number 3. Thank you. Item number 3, NOI filed by John and Joanne Giroux for proposed construction of a garage on a grass area with regards to property located at 310 Taylor Street. And known as map 6-A-8 in the town of Granby. Is there anybody here for 310 Taylor Street?
I am.
Al Weiss is here. Al,
Hi, Al.
Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
I'm
Get her
also,
on.
I will go forward here. Basically, this is an addition of a garage on an existing property within the riverfront. And as Bill's aware, I've had a fair amount of dialogue with Mark Stimson, and we finally I think, gotten to the point where he issued a number for it today, and he's indicating he's satisfactory. He's in effect accepting the square footage requirements here with the riverfront. The issues basically on this property involve a 70-foot no work line from the bordering vegetated wetland, from the proposed garage to the left of the existing house at 310 Taylor Street, and a small addition of a proposed porch of 8 by 21 feet, and a small driveway addition also. And I'm not sure if you can all see the picture that I'm pointing to on my mouse here, but I hope it helps. In addition to that, we have a riverfront with Stony Brook involved. We are not within the 100 foot, but we are within the 100 to 200 foot. Having said that, Marks and I worked, and he was very helpful, by the way, with providing guidance, getting it so that we had sufficient information to meet the criteria for 1058 5, as it were. In terms of mitigation, we proposed for the square footage of the previously degraded riverfront and the additional degraded riverfront, in summary, that we would stop mowing effectively with about 10-foot border of where it's mowed now as a improvement and a mitigation technique. In addition to that, we've proposed some highbush blue and some birdhouses for demarcation of behind the garage. And there are also stone monuments proposed to show the new mowing line, which will be 10 foot further off the resource area than before. That's a summary story. As Bill knows, there's been more minute details back and forth, but I think we're on the same page at this point.
Yeah, one question, Al, just for everybody's benefit. I know you're filing under redevelopment subsection 5, which is great.
Yep.
Have you calculated your percent degraded as a function of the total RFA on the property with respect to the 10%? Are you over 10% or under 10%?
I think we are over the 10% at this point, and that's why I went right to the table, which I don't know if you saw in today's email, that Mark and I are on the same page now with the, including the house, the driveway, the two sheds. He's fine with that. And then the addition of the new porch, the additional driveway, and the new garage.
Okay, yeah, I know there's a question about the apron feeding the new driveway.
Yeah, we got that dealt with today.
Okay, so what we have to do is we have to decide in conjunction with you and your client as to what would be an appropriate mitigating measure for this project.
Correct. And what we've proposed, as I said, is that he pull back 10 feet from the mowing line he uses now to give more than 2-to-1 offset to as a mitigation, so that there's an improvement component as well. In addition, we've talked about adding birdhouses and highbush blue, which is already commensurate with what he's done on the property in terms of, flowers and, habitat enhancement. They've done a nice job with gardens there and everything else.
I'm just trying, let me just take a peek. Al, the plan you sent out, well, this is August 8th. When's the latest plan that you've developed, Al?
So the one that you should have is dated August 7th or August 8th.
I have it.
Email might have gotten to you on the 8th, but that is the most current plan.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to everybody if they don't have it. So just stand by.
And I'm trying to show it. I know it's jumping around for those who can see it, but that is, the changes basically include the 10-foot offset for mitigation, and I think that's and some of the math associated with the mitigation. There is a table already submitted to you as well, and I can go through that if you'd like. That's up to you.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
Where is the new driveway? Because the map I'm looking at has the old driveway on it that's kind of
Correct.
coming between the buildings. Is that
Can
the
you,
one?
yeah, can you see what I have on screen here at all?
I can try to go over that. I'm switching between.
Okay, the existing driveway is where I'm circling right now.
Yep.
The additional driveway is right here. That's it.
Oh, all right.
25
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And
All
I
right.
think it's under 1,000 square feet.
Okay. All right.
Now, Al, Mark made some mention, there's some sort of bridge across the river behind their house, is there not?
Yeah, that's on an adjacent property, property, a butter's
Okay, so
property.
that's
That's
not
down
on the
here.
310, that's not on the 310 parcel then?
Nope.
Because I believe that bridge went in without a permit, if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
can't speak to that. That is down here. If you can see my mouse circling here.
Okay. Okay, so that's probably number 322. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be higher. Yes.
Well, that's right. Yeah, 322 looks like a compound. Looks like they have 4 or 5 buildings on the lot down there.
I can't speak to that, but that may be.
Yeah, okay, okay. One thing I am looking at, which is good as your Google Earth photo, kind of tells the whole tale. So Wenda,
Yes,
if you,
I have Google Earth on my
if you
other
got
screen.
email, take a look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, I have, right now, I have Google Earth on my other screen as we speak.
okay.
Yeah, too bad you can't take, put this in presenter
Can we
mode. It would
give
make
him
life a lot
screen share
easier.
privileges? Can we give him screen share privileges?
No, we can't. See, the problem is Kathy would have to do that actively, and I don't think Kathy's monitoring this. But she
Just so
could,
you
as
know,
the
all
host, she
these
could do that.
photos- All these photos are submitted with my attachment originally. There's a Google Earth attachment, there's a Mass GIS attachment.
Yeah, yeah.
My plans attached, everything's there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what I just sent out. If it came down the,
Yeah, that's either Cycle Stop or the relative to the 22 guy back there.
So this is 22, this is 310 where I'm circling right now.
Yeah, I'm saying channel 22, the weather guy owns back there somewhere on one of those houses.
I can't speak to that, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
All right, so let's,
So as far as I'm concerned, I believe he's met the standards of both the Wetlands and Riverfront Protection Acts. And I think, he should be good to go, but certainly I understand. I'm willing to entertain any more questions or whatever you'd like.
yeah. The only thing we've done on a similar project, this was at the gas station on 202 a couple of years ago, is I think we went out and verified the degraded area. I don't know if there's any debate as to what's degraded and what isn't degraded, but it certainly would, I would suspect this would warrant a site visit. Wenda, are you going to be in the area over the next few days?
I am not coming home to Sunday night.
Okay, Amanda, would you be in Granby?
Same situation. I'm actually in Rhode Island right now.
Okay, you are in Rhode Island, okay.
Bill, can I answer one comment here? And that is, I don't know if you can see where I'm circling right now at the end of the driveway. That is the only area that we're talking about where the garage is going. That
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
looking
degraded.
at, yeah, I'm looking at that right now,
Yeah,
okay.
it's exactly what we're looking at today in this Google Earth is shows it all. There's garden
Okay.
here, the house is here, and the garage is going here.
Okay,
Is
so
that
now
the-
for.
is that the pond behind
Hold on one
there?
sec.
Is this a pond?
Yes,
No.
okay.
That's
Because
a
I know
shadow.
there's a pond back there somewhere.
Nope, that's a shadow.
Okay.
No, I had one question, Al. So for degraded areas, let's just make sure we agree. So the existing gravel drive is degraded. The new gravel drive, that little Nevada-shaped portion, that's going to be degraded. The proposed garage is degraded. The
Yes.
existing house is degraded. The septic system is degraded. The shed is degraded. And I guess the garden house out back, that's degraded area.
Everything you've said is correct. The only thing we did not count is the septic, which is out here by the road. And there's not a septic involved here in terms of construction. It's I mean, the degrading calculations do not include grassy areas, as I read the definition. They include gravel driveways. They include roof structures with sheds.
Well, I think it's absence of topsoil, absence of topsoil.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
whether or not you have topsoil on top of the septic system, that's up to debate, I guess.
Yeah, Mark didn't seem to incline to want to count the septic.
Yeah, that's a moot point because you're over 10% anyway.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
So Bill, what do you want to do? You want to make a motion to continue and take a site visit?
Yeah, let's continue. I think this is well on its way, but I think it would be prudent to continue this. Again, I wish we didn't have to wait a month on this one, but I think based on the fact that a lot of stuff has happened over the past 3 or 4 days between Al and myself and Mark Stinson, I think it would be prudent to push this one out and plan on approving it in September.
Sure.
Hi, can I speak? This is John Giroux from 310 Taylor Street.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, clearly there's not really any issues here in terms of what, we're looking at. It's pretty clear. My question would be, if you're going to delay till September, can you kind of give me an assurance that it will be approved? I have contractors waiting to be scheduling this stuff.
Mark, did you hash out the issue with the mean annual high water with Mark? Is that still an outstanding talking point?
It is not an issue. He did not bring it up as an issue. And, I have not had a problem.
I thought it actually is an issue, but again, that's something I'm confident we can work out.
No, I think what you may be referring to is the floodplain issue that he talked about, not mean annual high water.
Okay, you might be right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the floodplain issue, in my opinion, is not, and I've included the FEMA maps here, the panels. They refer to the back of the property, and the mow line is almost exactly similar to the FEMA map floodplain. This area is crested, and it is not, in any interpretation that I can see within the FEMA floodplain.
Alan, about how many feet is the drop between the edge of the driveway down to the wing?
About 8 feet, maybe. You'd have to crest these roads majorly at both crossings nearby in order to get close to the flood elevation on a matter of 3-4 feet.
Yeah.
And I did speak with the highway superintendent, who said that in his 20-year tenure, neither road has ever been crested.
Well, the other thing is that also, again, John Giroux, we've been here for 42 years and we've never had the water come up beyond where we're mowing, not even close to where we're mowing. So if that's helpful in determining whether the flood comes up.
Okay, thank you for the information.
So the motion was on the table to continue to the next meeting.
To answer Mr. Giroux's question, I think there's a very high probability we'll approve at the next meeting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And Bill, maybe we can go out next week. I'll be home.
Okay, yeah, when you're home, give me a call. We'll take a ride down there together.
Feel free to let me know. If I can make it, I will.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, so there was a motion to continue the next meeting of September 8th.
That's the day after Labor Day?
Couldn't tell you. I don't have a calendar.
I think it is. I don't know if anybody's going away that day.
We can't go pretty far anymore, so.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll continue to the next meeting, September 8th. Is there anybody else out there who wants to make comments on this Taylor Street project? General public?
Only thing I can say is we've had a number of these riverfront projects. There's another one I think, the one off of, Griswold Circle, very, very similar to this. So these riverfront projects are a little bit tricky, and it takes a lot of time to review these.
Trout lily too.
Yes.
I will add, Bill, I really appreciated the assistance that Mark Stinson
Oh,
provided.
yeah, no, Mark's
It helped
first
me
rate.
get a much better understanding of the criteria that needed to be met, and he was wonderful.
Yeah, did he send you, DEP has some little worksheets. Did he send you the worksheets?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
They were
good.
very helpful.
Yeah, extremely so. Yep, good. I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah, we're in the process of educating versus stopping projects. So it's all teamwork.
That's right.
All right, moving along. Item number 4. A notice of intent filed by Timothy Healy Associates General Contractors, owners Brian and Jennifer King for proposed construction of a driveway, single-family dwelling and septic system with regards to property located on Amherst Road and known as map 2-B-3.2, the town of Granby. Is there someone here for this particular project?
Yes, Tim Healy.
Tim Healy?
Yeah.
Okay, and you are the contractor?
I am a contractor, yes, but I'm trying to buy the property, build my family home there.
Okay.
Ed?
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Tim, my company's done some work for you in the past, haven't we? I think we
Yeah.
have. So I'm gonna recuse myself on this one, Eddie. Okay, so I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks. Go ahead, Mr. Healy, present your project, please.
Okay, so we are looking at purchasing a property on Amherst Street, formerly of the King residence. It is approximately 17 acres or thereabouts. We had the wetlands delineated by Ward Smith from Wendell Environmental Surveying. We then had Pro Terra Design out of Hadley survey in his flags and put them on paper with the topo lines for the property and do all the grading and such for the driveway and house, the proposed driveway and house. We do have some work in the buffer zone. We do not have any work in the wetland. We have 0 work within 25 feet, within the 25-foot buffer zone. And we have about 34,000 square feet between a 25 and 100-foot buffer zone, most of which is in the construction of the driveway. We sent over some prints a while back. Looks like you're looking at them right now, Ed. You can see as you move 2/3 of the way down the driveway where it takes a hard right-hand turn, that's where the majority of the disturbance in the 25 to 100-foot zone is. And we located the driveway as, for the most part, as close to the abutter's property line, Campbell Levine property line that we could, to minimize the disturbance in the buffer zone. But as you can see where the property line meets Amherst Street, the buffer zone gets pretty close to the property line. So we kind of didn't have any other option but to go into that area. Ideally, we talked about moving the driveway down lower in the second half of the driveway to make it much easier to construct, but that would have put us within the 100-foot buffer zone because of the topography of the land. So we kept it up higher towards the Campbell Levine property line in the intent of staying out of the buffer zone as much as possible. Again, the work that we intend to do, that we hope to do in the buffer zone is mostly sloped grading from the construction of a driveway, with the one exception, like I said, where the driveway makes a hard turn, there's a very low spot in the driveway. It is in the buffer zone. It is not in any wetland area. But we hope to fill it up higher in the event that it does get wet, our driveway doesn't wash out. But there's no indication that it has gotten there. That's because it's not in the wetland itself. You could see the wetland line stop, but it is in the buffer zone. The site is a very hilly and slopey site, and that's kind of why we need to do the grading that we need to do to make it buildable, I guess. It's a highly wooded site, with the exception of the wetland area. The wetland itself, even the buffer zones are highly wooded. There's very little undergrowth on any of them. Mostly tall, standing, old-growth timber through the property. So that's the extent of the information I have. I certainly answer any questions I can for you. Mr. Smith is on the Conservation Commission in Wendell, and he is not, that's why he's not here, because he has a meeting right now that contradicts, or I'm sorry, that is happening at the same time as this. Yep. So I'll do the best I can.
Sure. So, any commissioners have any questions?
I was thinking that I would want to walk out there. I want to make sure there's no channel there between those two wetlands. I assume that's where he's talking the low spot is.
Yeah, I don't know if you have, if these plans are in your possession electronically, Linda?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. There looks like there could be a pipe there crossing the road. I don't know if that's what that line is, with a box on each end.
Sure, I think
That's the proposed. That's what we're proposing. There is nothing there right now. Any culverts or piping on the property we are proposing, which I believe there's 3 of them along the driveway. That one there is the only one in the buffer zone at all, just as a precautionary measure.
Yeah, so that's one place that I would want to physically walk.
Mr. Healy, is this staked out on the ground at any point? Do we have the building staked out?
Yes, so, I mean, very, very closely, yes. We have the center line of driveway flagged out with orange survey flags.
Okay.
And we have the approximate corners of the house located as well. We actually located the house and then we shifted it slightly, but it's within 20 feet of where the house is within 20 feet of it's going. The driveway is pretty much right on.
Okay, very good.
How about tree cutting near that wetland in that area? How many trees are you looking at cutting near those wetlands?
The quantity of trees, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm a tree guy. I like trees. But in the first couple hundred feet of the driveway coming off of Amherst Street, where we are very close to the 25-foot buffer zone, that's where the majority of the grading is going to take place. So we're going to have to clear, I believe it shows about 30 feet from 15 feet on either side of the center line of the driveway in order to do the substantial grading that we need to do to create a stable driveway.
Do you have the trees marked in any way which ones you're taking down?
Absolutely not.
All right, but so Wenda, it sounds like we have the driveway staked out. At least that gives us a good idea what it looks like.
Right.
There is quite a bit of fill going on here. Are there any cuts? I would imagine there's some cutting of earth, or is this all fill?
No, it's. I'm going to say 50-50. There's not a lot of material coming into this property. We have done the cut and fills, and if you look through the pages, you can see the various profiles of the driveway where they're cutting and filling.
So it's a balanced cut fill?
It's very close to a balanced cut and fill, yes.
Okay. Okay. So
it's really contingent on the septic as to how much additional material there is.
I see the septic here, yes. Amanda Smith, any comments?
I'm having a hard time figuring out where this is on the map. I saw the plan sets, but in terms of an address.
It looks like it's opposite Keysor.
It is exactly opposite
Okay.
Keysor and Amherst Street, yes. I guess that would be I call it the five corner side of Keysor Street.
It's south of Easton, but basically in between where Keysor breaks away from Amherst Street, comes back into Amherst Street.
Yep.
Is this property part of the old farm that was to the north?
Yes. It was part of 193 Amherst Street, and they separated it into a few parcels before they sold the farmhouse, and this is part of that old
tract.
Okay. So they haven't issued it an address yet, but.
So, Wenda, do you want to make a motion?
As you can see on the prints, we have our area of work delineated. We also, our area of disturbance delineated. We also have all of our silt fence and or wattles delineated along the buffers and along the edge of the driveway. Our intention is to basically install the wattles within a foot or so of the edge of disturbance.
Sure.
Which most of which is outside.
Do we have any comments from Stinson at all on this yet?
Let me take a look.
I may speak out of turn, but I received a piece of paper from the DEP, and they gave us a number that basically says all we're telling you is that we've received the application.
That's
that's all.
This is issued by Mark Stinson. It's a DEP number of 165-0339. And Mark makes a statement, although a file number is being issued, please note the following. If you have any questions regarding this letter, please contact Mark Stinson. So he didn't say anything, but but this is just the fact that they've received it and they've issued a number. It doesn't mean it's all ending or it's an
I
approval.
don't think we did it yet then. All right.
But anyway, so Wenda, you want to make a tour?
I'll make a motion, we continue it and do a site visit out there.
Sure. Mr. Haley, we have permission to continue the hearing?
Yes.
Okay. So motion on the table to continue the hearing till September 8th, 2020. Do I have a second?
Second.
Amanda? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so Tim, we're going to need to get access to the site, so we have permission to walk the site. I'm assuming you're giving us permission to walk the site.
Well, I don't own the site yet. Mr. LaPlante there in the bottom is the realtor for the seller. I'm sure they could give you permission.
I would think so. If you want to have them contact Mr. LaPlante, contact Kathy. Just
yeah, I'm on here.
Oh, hi.
I'm on here. Yeah, you guys walking the property is fine. You don't need to call ahead or anything. Just go whenever.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
Wenda, if anybody else can make an appointment to get out on the site, take a look at it. Try to bring copies of the plans with you, and the driveway is marked with surveyor's ribbon. Take a walk out there and see what you think, and take a look at those areas of concern, Wenda, that you were talking about.
Can you bring a set of plans home tonight? Are you at the?
I just have a reduced set. I do not have a full-size drawing here.
Okay, all right. So maybe there's some at our building.
I don't see them here. Kathy usually drops everything off, and I don't see any of that here. So I can, if you want to call Tim, did you drop off a full set of drawings, full scale?
I can't answer that. I had Ward did it, but
All
I
right.
can certainly get you some next week. I'm not in town until next week, but I can get them then.
That's fine. So if you want to make an appointment or make a point to get a full-size set of drawings, full scale, to Kathy Leonard and Wenda, when your travels, just try to grab them, and then we can take a look at it on site.
Yeah, well, maybe we should have Kathy hold on to stuff like that so we can get to them at the office. Because we got 3 site visits at least now.
Yes.
Just want one set?
I think they're supposed to have 2 sets is it 2 sets to the 2 full-size sets on the application? I thought they were supposed to have 2. But
Like I said,
could
I
be wrong.
can't speak to that, but I will deliver 2 sets there.
That's fine. All right, we'll continue to the September 8th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tim, good to see you. How you doing?
Not too bad, Bill. How are you?
Good, good. I see you doing a lot of work over at Western Builders. They're doing pretty well, aren't they?
Yeah, we're trying, but we've been out of there for a while. But
Yeah, good.
they made it come out nice.
Yeah, it come out real nice, real nice. Very good. Good to see you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, continuation, 7:45, notice of intent filed by Mike PC Development LLC for proposed construction of residential subdivision and associated stormwater management structures. The roadway will require a wetland fill and open channel crossing with regards to property located on Carver Street and known as map 16-B 15.4 and 16 in the town of Granby. Is there anybody here for Mike PC Development, this project? Don Frederick? No. I make a motion to continue the notice of intent filed by Mike PC Development to September 8th, 2020. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, continued to. Saw these gravel permits outstanding. I'm gonna move on to the administrative duties and I'll work my way back. Item number 1, administrative duties commentary.
Well, it looks like we're going to be meeting remotely for the foreseeable future. So I think we're getting used to it and it's working well.
Except I couldn't find the login. I finally went to I didn't get an email with the login.
Well, again, the beauty of this is Amanda's down in Rhode Island. You could be in Vermont, Wenda. You could check in from Vermont, for crying out loud.
Yeah, so did we get a specific login or we have to just go to the town website? Because that's how where I found it.
No, Kathy sends you a link with an ID and an access code.
No.
Open up the agenda. Wenda, hold on. Open the agenda up that she sends on Friday. It's a PDF. You click on the blue highlighted link and that automatically opens up in your phone the GoToMeeting link and it should bring you right in.
Yeah, as long as you have GoToMeeting on your computer, but you only have to load it once and it stays on your computer.
No, it loaded it right from Granby Town Hall website, but I checked all the emails from Kathy. I got nothing. I found the agenda and everything, but I couldn't find any links anywhere.
All right, moving on to post our next meeting. I make a motion to post the next meeting for Tuesday, September 8th, 2020 via GoToMeeting app by internet. That's my motion.
Yeah, that is the day after Labor Day. That's fine.
Second? Is there a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any, Amanda, you're doing minutes, correct?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to look at the minutes somehow in the near future.
I know.
Either PDF them and then send them out, and then we can either just initial them or somehow. So when you get a chance when you do your minutes, just save it and then make sure it's correct for spelling and so on, and then just generate the PDF and send it out to us for review.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna just send it to you guys at the end of the meeting today,
That's fine.
so that you guys can fill in any place where I might have missed something.
Yeah, just send it as a
But I tried to
PDF. I can open up in a PDF on my phone or whatever. I can edit it too if I have to, but
Oh,
You
she
don't have
could send
Word?
it as a Word or a PDF if you're gonna edit it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I find that you can't edit a PDF if somebody sends it
Well,
to
it's
you.
very, you can do it, but it's difficult.
Yeah, unless you have the special programming, it's very, very hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go out of order.
I do have a bill to pay. I don't know if we skipped over that yet.
Not yet, I was gonna get back to it. I just, my
Okay,
paperwork.
never mind.
Administrative duty, I'm gonna go out of order, so sorry. Number 5, financial accounts and quarterly update. I do have a financial update, quarterly update, if you will, dated June 15th, 2020. And it was issued to us. Showing market received today. Today is the
11th.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. All right, I don't see any bills here, so let's go to Amanda. You said you have a bill.
Yes, it is for a fundamental that I took. I was just about to email it to everyone so that you can see it. But one sec, I'm trying to pull up what it was for. $55 for fundamentals 102. I am now one away.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I finally was like, I might as well just get them done, even though they're not
Yeah,
very exciting.
Yeah, it takes a while. It takes a while to accumulate all those.
Yeah, there's just so many more interesting ones. I took it on 7/22. There's just so much to learn about that, you know.
Oh, yes.
Amanda, was that through MACP?
MACC, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I make a motion, we pay Amanda's bill, because she's getting smarter.
That's fine. I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any other bills out there? Hearing none. This, I guess, will be correspondence, be under notices and ZBA, planning board, et cetera, et cetera. I have a letter here.
Anything from the Bow and Gun Club in there?
Yes, I have a letter here, undated. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, it's pretty lengthy. Dear Conservation Committee, Zoning Code Director Gregory Briggs. It's a letter from, oh, I'm sorry, this is not the Bow and Gun Club. This is a letter from Gabe Pula at 51 West Street concerning the potential development by Crane Developers on West Street. As of this moment, we do not have any applications in front of us. So I'm just gonna mark this received with today's date, and it's basically concerns with regards to 51 land that abuts 51 West Street.
Yeah, there's 2 potential lots there.
Right. Again, we don't have anything before us, but I will mark this received.
Yep.
And I believe this was also emailed to us. So this came through an email chain. If anybody wants to read it, I can take a snapshot of it and then send it to you by phone, or have Kathy scan it and send it over to us.
So is there a violation or just they're gonna be sending an RDA or they're questioning us right now?
As far as I know, there was a couple of septic perk tests taken recently. That's under the Board of Health. She's just urging us to take a good look at this property, that it's been pretty wet, I guess, and wildlife and all, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll take a look at that when that permit comes to us. If it does, it may not come to us. All right, I've got another envelope here. Okay, I've got a letter here dated July 15th. It's addressed to the Granby Board of Assessors regarding property that's currently in 61B, I think it is. Yeah, 61B. Would like to have it removed. 40,000 square feet of that parcel. Would imagine it's for a development of a house.
What's the street, Ed?
Let's see. 0 Kendall Street, tax ID 7-A_A_21 on Kendall
Okay.
Street.
I think that's one of the old Hatch parcels.
No, it is the old gravel pit. What is it? Lavoy.
Oh, it's on the school street side?
Lavoy's gravel pit. This has
Oh,
been,
okay, okay, it's Lavoie's, okay, I got you.
this is regards to removing land out of 61B. So.
Yeah, we permitted a pile of those years ago.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with us as far as taxes, but we're being notified by the assessors.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to pay his back taxes for the past 10 years.
Correct. Whatever it is to take it out of 61B.
Yeah, it's 75%, so.
We, as a commission, we don't have an interest in this property. Correct. Go ahead, Amanda.
Isn't that something where we have like first right of refusal to buy it? Or something
Yes,
like
we
that?
do. Yes, we
Protected?
do. Yes, we do. Yes.
Isn't that abutting Dufresne's Park and the
No.
trail networks?
No, it is not.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't think, but
Okay.
good point, Amanda. Yeah, if it did, it'd be something we could purchase. You're right there.
Yeah, it might have been something worthwhile.
Yeah. Yep.
It's down on Andrick's property. Plus, I don't know if we as a commission have the right to buy it, or if it has to come through the selectmen.
Gotcha.
I'm on this land acquisition committee with Brian Hoschild and Jim Tromke, and we look at these periodically. But you're right, we have first right of refusal. And the way it generally works is if it's agricultural or forestry, they pay 25% of their nominal tax rate. But if they take it out of the 61 program, they have to pay the remaining 75% of the accrued taxes over the last 10 years, which may or may not be a lot of money.
Correct. It's something about putting a solar array, it says. So, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that might be the, this is for a commercial solar array, Ed?
Doesn't say.
Or that might be the big project then.
Is
I
that
think
the
it
one
is the one
you're
abutting.
0 Kendall Street, I think, was the large solar array.
Yeah.
This one here is behind, if you travel further south, you'll hit Andrick's gravel pit.
Yeah. Amanda, are you on Mass GIS right now?
I am.
Yeah, take a look, see if you can call that parcel up.
What was the letters again? Oh yeah,
Thank you.
it was 0 Kendall, but what was the
ID?
parcel?
The
Yeah.
the tax ID code.
All right, my battery's running low, guys.
Oh, okay.
I might actually have the land maps here. Hold on.
7A21, let's see. 7-A21.
Okay.
So map 7A.
7_A_21. It's down near, it's near the fire pond. Remember we had a vista pruning we were doing, or he was doing vista pruning?
Yeah. I don't know though. I think 0 Kendall, sometimes when they give them a 0 designation, they could be anywhere.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Oh, here it is. Granby land images. I got it right here. Let's take a look. Here's map 7. I have map 7A though.
What goes on there? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it's just, oh, wetland. Oh,
Are you looking at it?
the people are stuffing in driveways.
Here it is.
I found 7A 2113.
Yeah, I have map 7 and map 8. I do not have
You know
7A.
where my boy used to live? It's right across the street from my boy. There's a big pond on the property too.
Am I thinking Lion Street, but we're not there, right? Not that solar project.
No, there's nothing here before us with a solar project.
I thought you said the 0 Kendall had to do with solar.
That's where he's put on the reason why he wants to take out 61B.
Oh, all right.
He's putting a solar array, whether that means 1, 2, doesn't, I have no idea. There's nothing in there that shows me a proposed site plan.
Yeah, we really need to work on bylaws for that.
For
Just the clear cutting of forests to put in solar panels, because that's going to start causing some major flooding issues and erosion and like.
I would agree with you on that. You're changing the characteristics of the site.
Yeah.
Each tree absorbs so many gallons a day. When the tree's
Exactly.
gone, then you lose that intake.
Yep.
Water. You know? But anyways, I agree.
Okay, I'm looking at Mass GIS Kendall Street. And if you take a look at 76 through 92 Kendall, which is on the west side of Kendall, up against what they call Fox Hill.
Okay.
See the big parcel behind all those homes? There's a big parcel without any ID on it. I got a feeling that that's 0 Kendall.
That's the one that I was thinking of, but I
Could
think
be wrong.
it's
Okay, guys,
that one is 8B5.
Let's get back on track.
Okay.
Because if you look at Kendall Street to the
Hey, Bill.
east.
We're spending too much time on this.
Yeah, no, we're closing up, but I'm just saying that 0 Kendall is the solar project. It's the solar project, because I've seen that come through before, come across our desk before. It's the solar project.
This is not a solar project that's been before us. This portion. All right,
Yeah.
all right, let's move on.
Anyway, that's what that is.
Hey, before I
Okay.
forget, hang on, guys, before I forget,
Ed, you gotta tilt the camera. You're 90 degrees off there.
I can't, I got my cord plugged in. It
Okay.
won't rotate. You see,
You can't rotate.
hold on.
I think you can rotate the image. There you go. You're good.
Perfect.
All right, there you go. So, before I forget, Cold Hill, that Peter LaBarbera project, we approved we didn't approve, but we gave a negative determination on I believe it was a notice of intent back a few months ago. We never signed the form. We never put them out and signed them. So he's looking for that information. Bill, you know which project I'm talking about. You recused yourself on
Yeah.
that.
Well, I recused myself on that one.
I understand, but you know the project I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's what we need to generate is a decision. I think it was a -3 or whatever it was.
Did you have some?
So Peter's looking for that document so he can record it at the registry of deeds, I believe.
They're all open, right?
I don't know whether Mike's come under.
Does anybody
Why
have
would you
that?
record it at the registry? It's only an RDA.
I thought it was an NOI.
No, it's an RDA.
All right, so he's looking for the decision on the RDA then.
Yeah, he just wants to cross his T's and dot the I's, yeah.
So we gotta print that out too, so when we get a chance to print that out. So moving on, forest cutting plans. No new forest cutting plans available.
Amanda, I got a question about a forest cutting plan.
Okay.
Just a general question. Is it true that if someone files a forest cutting plan, this is just a general question, a conservation commission has limited power in stopping it? Is that a true statement or not?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, they could have concerns or certain insider knowledge they could bring to the forester, the service forester for that area, so that that forester can be aware when they do their site visit and they can make note of it. But we can't shut the project down without cause.
Oh, okay, that's all I needed to know. Okay, very good. Thank you for the commentary.
All right, so going back to real quick, I'm going to continue on the gravel permits. Has anybody signed any of the Naraki / Andrix permits?
No.
Okay. I think the only one that has been signed is Orleans. All right. East Street property complaint.
What is that?
No, nothing. East Street property complaint. I don't know what the
Easton
complaint
Street?
is, or something.
East.
East.
Oh, East Street.
Can somebody refresh my memory on that?
I don't remember that.
Oh, you know what that is? The corner of Truby and East, the northwest quadrant, the fellow that cut down all the trees.
Okay.
Oh,
Remember that? Yeah, and Greg
Yeah.
Briggs went out there with him. Yeah, we discussed that.
they came in to us, right?
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
told them
Yeah.
to cut it and sell it for money, but I
Yes.
think that's continuing to go on.
Yep.
I don't think we were clear enough,
Street.
but I didn't know the rules at the time. I knew that there were some rules, but I wasn't sure what they were.
Over generating firewood.
For harvesting on wetland properties?
I think he claimed it was personal use.
No, he didn't. He bought the land so that he could use it for his business. But he
Oh.
said that he knows the rules because he does this cutting. but it's not a matter of knowing the rules. It's about actually needing a permit because you're in wetlands.
Right.
So like, regardless, like he would need a permit just in order to do that work.
Well, did we establish whether or not he was in a wetland?
We did not officially, but I know when I spoke to Mark Stinson, he said that it looked like he had been encroaching on the wetland for several years. Or at least the last couple of years.
I concur.
Yeah. But I'm hoping he will go and get the right consultation and do a forest cutting plan to manage the property within the rules. And if not, it's kind of just when we notice stuff happening, then maybe we'll have to talk to him again.
Yeah, we'll issue an enforcement order if we have to.
Yeah.
Keep it
I
on the
wonder if we need
radar.
to contact the local forester to go talk to him.
Oh yeah, he can walk on the property whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
He doesn't need permission.
Let's keep it on the radar, then we'll come back to that next time.
Okay.
Burnett Street, West Street concerns. That's the same thing. I think somebody saw somebody clearing some land.
Is that 51 West Street?
It's right, I think, at the corner.
Okay.
Somebody had been doing some clearing out there, so. I'll just go through these. We're gonna have to either just table them and continue for next time. And we've got the DCR Forge Pond continued, 7 Phillips Circle complaint continued, 307 Chickadee Street enforcement continued, Ferry Hill enforcement continued. So I'm gonna continue all those. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. Are there any other concerns, comments for the Conservation Commission? Anybody want to have any comments, concerns?
Amanda, are you available in late afternoon? What's your schedule these days?
I'm in a weird transitional point right now, so I'm not sure what my schedule will be next week.
Okay, so
I got a job, but I also might be getting another job, and then I'm out of the state, so I might have to quarantine.
Wow. Wow.
So got some moving parts.
Yeah, I heard somebody went to Maine and they got a $500 fine for traveling to Maine and not quarantining from Massachusetts.
Oh, geez.
yeah, there's that fee with Massachusetts too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just have to go get tested.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's $1,600 if your doctor doesn't authorize it.
Really?
That's
Wow.
what I've heard.
We have 12 new cases in Granby, and we actually have a case at the golf course in South Hadley that showed up a couple of days ago.
Oh.
You said 12 new cases in Granby?
Yes.
Wow.
4 were from one family, 4 were from another family, and then there were 4 other discrete ones. So 2 of them were family affairs, if you will.
All right, so hearing no other business for Conservation Commission, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Hey, very good, gang.
Meeting.
Wendell, what kind of camera are you using? You got a good resolution on your camera. What is
It's
that?
my Apple. It's my
Wow.
Apple MacBook
Excellent.
Air.
Excellent resolution.
So, yeah. All right.
Oh, that's
Okay,
gone.
gang.
That's gone. All right.
Okay. Have a
So,
good weekend.
Amanda, you think you got a job already? You finished school and everything?
Oh yeah, I ended end of June, and I graduated, got my degree, and I got a job offer last week, which I accepted, but it's only a temporary landscaping job. And then I got a job offer, or not yet a job offer, but I have several interviews with Offshoots, which is a stormwater green infrastructure company out in Boston.
Wonderful. That's
So,
fantastic.
it's the one I really want, so I'm hoping
Very cool.
I get an offer.
And we're proud of you, Amanda. That's great. That's excellent.
that'd be real
Yeah,
nice.
I'm so happy that things are going well for you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
All right, well, good luck. Keep us informed how things are going.
Yes, we'll do.
Okay, okay, guys, have a good evening. Thank you.
Have a good
We'll all
night.
be in touch next week.
Yes.
And I'm still in school. I'm teaching Bill, so, so. Oh, we lost you, Bill. All right.
Oh, all right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.